Okay, everybody, welcome to today's class. I see that we have Martin, we have Alejandro, we have Juan, we have another Alejandro Herrera, and we have Xiomara with us today. Very quickly, I want to go over the instructions on how to handle the platform. So first, remember that we can turn our microphone on and off at any moment. And we can also turn our video on and off at any moment by clicking here this video button. So for example, I'm going to turn it off right now, and I can turn it right back on immediately if I want to. Remember that there are some tools where we can communicate with each other. For example, can everybody give me a thumbs up, confirming that everyone is understanding? And there you go, very good, excellent. Can everybody give me a happy face, making sure that everyone is happy today? There you go, Alejandro with his happy face, Juan, and everyone else. Perfect, very good. If you needed to step out of the classroom, then remember this option is available to mark yourself as absent. And when you have a question, don't forget to raise your hand. Can everyone please raise your hands right now? Very good, excellent. So everyone has a question, and I know the order in which these questions were asked. Excellent. Can everybody lower their hands right now? There you go, good. Last but not least, we have an option of yes or no. Can everyone tell me, hey, are you happy today? And everyone will tell me yes or no, so I have 4 yeses and 0 no's. So everyone is indeed very happy. Okay, let's mark that away. And last but not least, here in the bottom, we have our chat, where we can communicate with each other. And there, I just send a quick hello to everyone. Okay? All right, good. Let's immediately jump into class. So welcome to today's class. Let's begin. And here we have some basic guidelines. For example, the first one is listen. The second one is repeat. The third one is very good. And the fourth one here is imagination. These guidelines will be present always here at the bottom of the screen. Okay? Alright, let's get started with the class. And here we have a bedroom, for example. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. For example, Martin, what is this? Martin, remember you need to turn on your mic in order for us to hear you. So what is this? Okay, Martin seems to be having some issues with his mic. What about you, Alejandro? What is this?
That's a window.
Very good, excellent. Indeed, it is a window. For example, Juan, what is this right here?
A pillow. It's a pillow.
Very good, a pillow indeed. Excellent. Guys, remember to always turn your mics on and off. That way it won't generate any feedback. Alejandro Stanco, for example, there you go. Now his is off. Okay, finally, and just to triple check, Alejandro Herrera, what is this?
This is a computer.
Perfect, a computer indeed. So now, let me give you some statements for you to listen and then to repeat. Look, there is a window in the classroom. there is a window in the bedroom. Okay. There is a pillow on the bed, and there is a computer on the desk. Okay? So, there is a window in the bedroom. Alejandro Stanko, please repeat.
There's a pillow in the bedroom.
Okay, there's a window in the bedroom. Please repeat again.
There's a window in the bedroom.
Perfect, Mr. Stanko, very good. Let's go to Mr. Herrera. There is a computer on the desk.
There is a computer on the desk.
Perfect, excellent, very, very, very good. Okay, and last but not least, Martin, there is a pillow on the bed. Can you repeat that?
There is a pillow on the bed.
Perfect, Martin. Very, very, very good. Okay, now I want to just triple check. So, Juan, window, bedroom. Can you give me the sentence?
Okay, there is a window in the bedroom, and there is a pillow on the bed.
Very good, excellent. And a computer, desk?
And there is a computer on the desk.
Amazing, Juan, very good, excellent, good job. Okay, so it's clear. There is a window in the bedroom, there is a computer on the desk, and there is a pillow on the bed. Okay, but now let's go to look. There isn't. Okay, so look, that's a clock. There isn't a clock on the desk. There isn't a clock on the desk. There isn't a blanket on the floor. And look, there isn't a person in the bedroom. Okay? All right. I'm going to ask you guys to repeat. Martin, can you repeat? There isn't a person in the bedroom.
There isn't a person in the bedroom.
Wonderful, Martin. Very good. Job well done. Alejandro Herrera, there isn't a blanket on the floor.
There isn't a blanket on the floor.
Amazing, Alejandro. Very good. Excellent. Now, Alejandro Sankov, there isn't a clock on the desk.
There isn't a clock on the desk.
Amazing. Very, very good. Okay, now I want to go to Juan again. Juan, you are my triple checker go-to person. Can you confirm all three statements? Blanket, floor, clock, desk, person, bedroom. Alejandro has a question before we go to Juan. Juan, give me a second. Alejandro, go ahead.
On the floor or in the floor?
That's a very good question. There isn't a blanket on the floor. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now Juan, let's go to you. Remember, blanket, floor, clock, desk, person, bedroom. Okay, go ahead, Juan.
Okay, there isn't a person in the bedroom. There isn't a clock on the desk. There isn't a blanket in the floor.
Okay, there isn't a blanket. Can you repeat the last one?
There is a blanket in the floor.
Okay, I think Juan needs a little help with that last statement. Alejandro, can you repeat the last one? There isn't a blanket.
There isn't a blanket on the floor.
Oh, very good. There isn't a blanket on the floor. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Juan, let's return to you so you can repeat that statement. There isn't a blanket on the floor.
There isn't a blanket on the floor.
Good. Excellent. Much better. Much better. Okay. Very quickly, a couple of questions before our time runs up. So, Alejandro Sankov, is there a window in the bedroom?
Yes, there is a window in the bedroom.
Very good. And Martin, is there a computer on the desk?
Yes, there is a computer on the desk.
Amazing. Very good. Alejandro Herrera, is there a pillow on the bed?
Yes, there is a pillow on the bed.
You guys are amazing. Best students ever. Okay, Juan, is there a blanket on the floor?
No, there isn't a blanket on the floor.
Amazing. Again. Alejandro Sankov, is there a clock on the desk?
No, there isn't a clock on the desk.
Amazing. And last but not least, Martin, is there a person in the bedroom?
No, there isn't a person in the bedroom.
Perfect. Guys, okay, wonderful. This was all the time that we had for today. So thank you very much for coming. We'll start again next class, and we'll pick up here where we left off. Okay, have a good one. Talk to you guys later.
Bye, thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, guys, welcome
Bye.
to today's class. Let's get ready to begin once again. And so I'm sure you guys are ready. Can everybody give me a thumbs up, confirming that you're ready to begin? There you go. Everyone is ready and alive. That's good. Okay. Remember the guidelines for listen, repeat, very good, and imagination. I believe someone had a question, but maybe not more. Alejandro Stankov is not happy. What's going on, Alejandro?
No, sorry, everything is okay.
Okay, all right, just triple checking. Okay, good. So let's take a look here at the picture. Okay, we see a lot of people. Martin, please tell me, what do you see? Where do you think these people are? Are they having fun? What's going on? Where are they?
Looks like they're in a concert or something. It's a big crowd.
Okay, indeed, a very big crowd. Excellent. Do you think they're having fun, Juan?
Yes, they are. They are having a good time.
Very good. Exactly. At least it looks like they're having a good time. Alejandro has a question. Go ahead, Alejandro.
What is a crowd?
That is a very good question. Since Martin brought it up, Martin, can you answer Alejandro? Otherwise, I'll help you guys out.
Yeah, sure. A crowd is a lot of people together, like you can see in that picture.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you very much.
A lot of people together. So, Alejandro, where can we find crowds?
For example, in the movies or in a mall.
Exactly. Very good. At the mall, in the movies, right, at a concert, in the stadium, maybe at a game. We have another question from Juan. Go ahead, Juan. Sorry, what? I didn't hear your question.
In the stadiums and churches.
Indeed, absolutely. Very good. We also find lots of crowds in these places. Okay, let's move along. Okay, and here we have 3 questions. Alejandro Stankov, can you please read these 3 questions and then we are going to talk about them. Go ahead, Alejandro.
Okay, do you sometimes go to concerts or parties? Do you ever see people you know there? Have you ever met someone at a concert?
Very good, Alejandro. Can you please give me the answer for the first one?
Yes, I usually go to concerts. My last concert was with Alan Parsons, an English group of that arrived to Medellin a few months ago.
Perfect, excellent. Medellin is well known lately for having lots of concerts. Before we didn't have them here, but now we do. Lots of big names have been to Medellin over the last few months. Okay, let's take a look at the second question. Alejandro Herrera.
Yes, I've run into a lot of people I know, and I go with my friends too.
Okay, so you not only go with your friends, but you also run into people. That's a good expression, run into. One seems to have a question. Go ahead, Juan.
Teacher, what does ever mean?
Okay, that's a good question. Do you ever see people you know there? When you go to the concerts, do you in any moment, in any concert, see people that you know there? Would be another way of saying ever, for example. Okay, Juan, can you give me a thumbs up just to confirm that you are okay? Juan has a question. Go ahead, Juan. Juan, you raised your hand, yet I cannot hear you.
I was going to
You have a
give a
question?
thumbs up. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right. Good man. Okay, so everything is clear. Let's move along. Last question. Martin, have you
Thumbs
ever
up.
met someone?
Yeah.
Have
Yes.
you ever met someone at a concert?
Sure. You always meet a lot of people in concerts. Everybody's having fun, so it's easy to meet people.
Indeed. Very good. Okay, so this is a little bit of what we are going to read up on. Okay? In this next reading, we have 4 characters. We have Susan, we have John, we have Lucy. Okay, that's 3. And then towards the end, we have Dave also. Okay? So, let's take a look at this first reading, and let's make sure that we are all interacting. Okay? So, for example, Alejandro Herrera, you can be Susan. Wait a second. So Alejandro Herrera can be Susan. Martin can be John. Martin can be John. And Juan, you can be Lucy. And Alejandro Stankov can be Dave, for example. Okay? All right. So let's start reading. I'll read the very quick introduction that we have here. So John Morgan and his wife Susan are at a concert this evening. During the intermission, they go to the lobby for a soft drink. Go ahead, Alejandro.
Are you glad? Can you switch the slide, please? You hear me? Okay. There it is. Are you glad we came to the concert, John? The orchestra is terrific.
Well, at least I didn't fall asleep. No, really, you're absolutely right. We don't go out often enough, eh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. It's orange juice, and it's all over your jacket.
No problem. This jacket's been through so much already. I don't even worry about it anymore. There, you see, it's gone now.
Are you sure? I'm really sorry. I feel terrible.
It's okay, really. No harm done. By the way, I'm John, and this is my wife, Susan.
Nice to meet you, John. Susan, I'm Lucy.
Are you enjoying the concert, Lucy?
Oh, yes. In fact, it's my first night out in New York. My husband, Dave, and I recently moved here from a small town in Ohio. To tell you the truth, we are still trying to get used to life in a big city.
Don't worry, you're going to love New York. Everyone does.
I hope so. Dave's working in a big company for his first time, and he says the pressure is awful. He works late almost every night. In fact, he's calling a client right now. Can you believe it? A business call in the middle of a concert. He has a very demanding boss, and Dave is trying his best to make a good impression. It's the first time that we've gone out in months.
That sounds familiar. I'm always trying to get John away from his work, too.
Oh, here comes Dave now. Dave, over here. Susan, John, I'd like to meet.
Mr. Morgan, what are you doing here?
Do you know each other?
Sure, honey. This is my boss at Superior Products, John Morgan.
Oh, well, I guess it's not such a big city after all.
Very good. Excellent, everybody. Okay, so kind of like a tough situation there towards the end. Okay, so a couple of questions just to check your comprehension. Martin, where are John and Susan Morgan?
They're out, I think, in a concert, right?
Indeed. Alejandro Herrera, can you be a bit more specific? Do you remember what kind of concert?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Okay. What about you, Juan?
I'm sorry, I didn't listen to the question. Could you repeat, please?
Sure. I was asking them what kind of concert, right? So it was kind of like an orchestra concert. That is exactly where they are right now. Okay, good. Juan, did someone spill hot coffee or on John?
He was drinking orange juice.
Okay, so did someone spill hot coffee or orange juice on John?
I think somebody spilled orange juice.
Indeed, very good, excellent. And last but not least, Alejandro Herrera, do John and Dave know each other? And if they do, where from?
Yes, I think they're co-workers.
Okay. More than that, right? John is Dave, turns out to be Dave's boss. Okay, so obviously he's not left in a very good position since his wife was kind of talking about how demanding his boss was. Okay. Anyway, we'll pick up here where we left off in our next class. Thank you guys very much for your participation. As usual, you guys are amazing. So we'll pick up again. Have a good day, and I will see you guys in next class. So take care. Goodbye. Okay, everybody, welcome to today's class. Let's begin. I want to confirm, can everybody give me a thumbs up just to confirm that you're all there, that you're all okay, alive? There you go, very good. Today's topic is going to be a very business topic. Don't forget the guidelines. Listen down here, very good. Listen, repeat, and the use of imagination. Okay, today we are going to be talking about good manners are good business. Alejandro Herrera, Alejandro Stanco, would you agree that good manners are good business?
Yes, absolutely. It's very important to have good business and meet new people, to have good manners all day long, all the time.
Perfect, indeed. That's the way it should be. And definitely good manners could not only keep our good business, but also generate maybe even new businesses. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. We're actually going to take a look at 6 tips for proper business manners. Alejandro Herrera, can you please read the questions to initially keep in mind?
Do you know the proper way to behave at business dinner? How to correctly address emails? What about the accepted protocol at office meetings?
Perfect, very good. These are questions that we have to keep in mind. Do you necessarily know the proper way, the correct way, the accepted protocol? That's what we're going to keep in mind and take a look at. Okay, so there's a very quick introduction, which I'm going to ask Martin to please read. Go ahead, Martin.
Sure. Introduction. These all seem like simple things. Email has been a part of life now for a good decade and a half. But surprisingly enough, many professionals don't quite have a grasp of etiquette guidelines for the office. The result? Companies are increasingly bringing in outside firms to host seminars on proper business behavior, much like you'd send your kids off to a coach to learn proper table manners. So companies don't necessarily want to assume the roles of being professional parents, and oftentimes these topics are too close for comfort, said Anne-Marie Sabat, president of At Ease Inc., who has ever the past 20 years trained some 9,000 business folk. Fortune 500 and 100 companies often hire people with high IQs, but they want to confirm that their sociability factors are up to their standards.
Okay, very good, Martin. A couple of maybe confirmations. I'm going to highlight a couple of things here just to make sure that we're all on track. Okay, so first, obviously, companies, would like to not necessarily be professional parents and have to train their employees on these etiquette rules or protocols. But they have been doing so, and we were talking about Miss Anne-Marie Sabat, which is the president of At Ease Inc., a company which focuses on this type of training. And they have, over the past 20 years, trained what? How many people, Martin?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. How many people have they trained over the past 20 years?
All right, so they have trained around 9,000 people.
Okay, I think Martin has an issue with the numbers and with the number of zeros there. Alejandro Starkov, how many people have they trained? And I think one has a microphone on.
They have trained 90,000 people up to now.
Indeed, very good. Just, you know, a small difference, you know, regarding the number that Martin was giving us. Just kidding, Martin. 90,000 people, indeed. And there was another word that I heard here before. Let's see here. Over the past 20 years, business folks. Okay. I believe this is, again, just the introduction. So let's jump immediately into the first tip. Okay. What is the first tip, Alejandro Herrera? Alejandro, what is the first tip, Alejandro Herrera?
Watch the email.
Very good, excellent. Can you read the suggestions regarding watching the email, Alejandro?
Of course. Watch the email. When you email your friends, chances are you do it informally, not worrying about abbreviation, misspellings, and rough grammar. That won't fly at work. Some of the biggest mistakes people make in the workplace involve email, said Jacqueline Whitmore, an etiquette expert and author of Business Class Etiquette Essentials for Success at Work, St. Martin's Press, 2005. At the very least, you should spell check your message before you hit send. Most email programs will automatically point out for you and scan it to make sure it reads clearly. But when dealing with clients, you also want to format an email as you would a business letter. Whitmore advised, and keep in mind that your messages are in private. Last, make sure you do reply in a timely manner. And that goes for those messages piling up in your voicemail box too.
Okay, very good, excellent. So obviously we need to be careful with our emails. There are certain things that will fly at work and some things that just won't fly at work. One, well, Pedro, when we say that there are things that won't fly at work, what do you think we are referring to?
That means that if you make those mistakes at work, everybody or the people that you are writing to are going to see your mistakes. I mean, they're going to see, or you have to take care of how to write emails at work, basically.
Okay, yes, you need to know how to write your emails, but it won't fly because it won't be accepted. You won't be tolerated at work. So when we refer to what will fly or what won't fly at work, it's just, again, what is accepted and what is not accepted in the workplace. For example, Alejandro, if Juan has a question, go ahead, Juan.
No, sorry again.
Okay, don't worry. Alejandro Stanko, for example, can we say that mini skirts are okay for girls to bring to the office, or that won't fly at work?
No, I don't think that miniskirts won't fly at work. It's not okay that men get distracted by these girls and those miniskirts.
Okay, all right. Just so that guys are not distracted. That's really the only reason why. That's good. Okay, good. Some other vocabulary words to keep in mind. Here we have point out. Most emails programs will automatically point out errors for you. Alejandro Herrera, what do you think that means? Point out.
To highlight, maybe?
Absolutely. To highlight, indeed. For example, right now, I can say that I am pointing out this particular word, or I am highlighting. Okay? So it's definitely a good synonym and a good way to, to come about regarding point out. Last but not least, in this particular tip, piling up towards the bottom here. Okay, so Martin, what do you think piling up means?
Yeah, I think it means that they accumulate. You get a lot of them.
Exactly, very good. And keep in mind that not only messages in your voicemail or papers in your inbox on your desk right there, everything could eventually pile up. All right? So it's a good way to describe it, as Martin said, to accumulate. Okay? Alrighty, everybody. This was up. This is all we had for you guys today. We'll keep working on the other tips as we move along. Thank you very much for your participation. As usual, a big applause for everyone. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next class. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.